Hi guys! I wasn't planning to do this video, but as I've got time and I feel like doing it, I'm going to do a makeup video. I have just done a makeup unboxing and I thought it would be interesting to actually try these products and see how they work. Not all these products are going to be Makeup Revolution, but most of them are. There's a couple that are kind of like my standards, that are like my everyday type stuff. And I'm also going to use my personal foundation and concealer, you know, as it is. So firstly, I'm going to use the Revolution Conceal and Define Infinity, which is a mattifying prime water, which personally, hey ho. I so don't see the point in mattifying waters, but hey ho. Yeah. So next I'm going to use the Revolution Star Primer. And this isn't my normal primer. I tend to use the one of the other primers that Revolution do is, I believe it's like a gel. And as much as this is a gel, I want to see how this one works. And if I suddenly move, it's because my mirror is right behind the camera. So I'm having to duck slightly to see what I'm doing because it's slightly lower than where I'm working. I'm sure loads of people will scream about me using my hands, but I get better effects when I use my hand. And if you're wondering why it seems like dark behind me, I am actually in my office, and my office, as some of you may know, is actually what I refer to as the crypt. It's where I spend most of my time when writing. It's where I spend most of my time when working. So yeah. Now I will say, out of the two primers from the Party Ready Revolution box that I bought, the water is interesting to refresh the skin before you put a primer on, but this primer is absolutely gorgeous to put on. I love the smell of anise. It actually absorbs really nicely into the skin. It actually feels very smooth. It does feel quite light on the skin. I can tell I've got something on the skin, but it feels almost like a moisturizer rather than like a thick, heavy primer. So yeah, I am going to be interested to see how it lasts through the day, and actually see how well it does for what I want it to do. The next product I'm going to use is actually from Makeup Academy, MUA, which is a Pro Base Prime and Conceal Correcting Cream. I use this for my acne. I do actually have a little bit of acne. I tend to use this before I do my foundation, and just kind of like hide a lot of my scarring. So yeah, and next I'm back to using a Revolution. This is my foundation. It is the Revolution Base Stick, and this is one that I adore. I've used it for a while, at least 2-3 years. When it first came out, I fell in love with it, and I just kind of used it ever since. I've just stuck with it. I'm using the shade F4, and I may seem very pale, but actually I'm quite like warm skinned, but actually pale. So that is my foundation on, and as you can tell, I'm still very, very pale, but at least I don't have any of my major scarring showing. But yes, that is me. So next I'm going to use Revolution's Matte Base Concealer. I do actually use this just to kind of give an extra bulk for like certain spots like the one here. It's not really showing very strongly on camera, but it is there. And I know it's there, and it irritates the hell out of me. And I also use it to get rid of the dark eyes. So there we go. That is the base of my makeup done, and I will probably use a setting powder, which I will be using the Revolution Bake and Block, which came from the Party Ready box that I've just opened. So yeah, I'll be using this very easily, very quickly. Oh, very powdery. Okay. Yeah, I would say that's comfortably set in place. Okie dokie. So next I'm going to do my eyes using this gorgeous Horse Revolution eyeshadow palette, which came in the Party Ready box. And I'm not sure what colours I'm going to go for. I'm not entirely sure. But personally, I'm kind of drawn to these two shades. So I'm going to just kind of play around, see what comes up in my creativity. Thankfully, there's a little mirror I can use to make my life a little bit easier. Okay, that is the eyeshadow. I will say this eyeshadow palette, the pigment is there, but you have to build it up and build it up and build it up, which was taking a little bit more time than I would personally like. Anyone who knows me, I'm kind of like, I just like to be able to get the palette, get the eyeshadow on, and not have to fuss too much. But hey ho, you know, needs must when the devil drives, as they say. But I will say the glitter shade, which is just here, blends really nicely. It is actually quite a nice blendable glitter shade. And that one seems to be more pigmented than the blue. So yeah, that is the eyeshadow for this look that I'm going for. I'm going to just do my eyeliner. My waterline, I will be using my Lord & Berry Water Kohl, which is where I will have to get very close to my mirror. Actually, I think I'll just use this mirror. It's just easier. So that feeling. So that is my waterline done, and I will do my lash line using my Rimmel London and Extravagant eyeliner, which is my liquid liner, which is where everything could go wrong at this point. One eye done. Now for the other. Yay! Might now look a little human, or a little more human. Right, so that is my eyeshadow done, and like the eyeliner and everything, and now we go to mascara, and this is the Revolution, the mascara. So yeah, we shall see how this works, which I'm really interested in using because I think the application brush is absolutely fantastic. So that is the mascara done, and yes, my eyes do very much pop as soon as I put makeup on, which is actually a very good thing for me. So next I will be moving on to blusher. I'm actually going to use the contouring set as a actual blusher and highlighter, because I'm not really into contouring at the moment. My skin and my face is kind of just that wrong shape for what I want to do. So yeah, I'm just going to use this pale shade, maybe, yeah, I think the pale shade as a blusher, because I don't really need anything that's too extravagant. Maybe bulk it up a little bit with that. That works better. Okay. That works well. And for highlighter, I'm going to use this creamy highlighter because it just seems to work well. Okay, so that is my highlighter done and blusher, and I'm just going to blend that just very nicely. Without destroying my skin. And finally, for lipstick, I'm actually going to use this little mirror here to actually help apply my lips. And I will be using the Revolution Sophie, which came in the Party Ready, which is this gorgeous kind of light coral colour, which, you know, we'll see how well it lasts. So yeah, that is my makeup look for today. Personally, I love the eyeshadow from the Party Ready box. The lipstick is just a little bit too light for me. It's almost slightly off, lighter than my actual lip colour naturally. But hey, it looks good enough for me and I'm happy with it. So I shall see you guys soon. Bye!